I'm definitely the only holder of the Godhead sequence, awakened inheritor of the God of Slaughter. Yet I chose to lay low in school and live as an ordinary person, all because when I transmigrated to this other world, the system notified me. Host's Godhead is the God of Slaughter, possesses the full authority sequence of the Chosen One. The loading process of this full authority sequence will take 3 years. Please wait patiently, host. But today, right when the system was about to complete the final stage of loading, a terrifying apocalyptic aura suddenly descended out of nowhere. An extremely ferocious demon appeared, turning the school into a living hell in an instant. Right now, I and many other students are hiding on the rooftop, and that demon's heavy thudding footsteps have already stopped right outside the iron gate at the rooftop entrance. Right after that, 3 loud booms rang out. The demon started violently slamming against the iron gate. The students kept backing away, staring at the gate with terrified eyes, for that demon with inhuman strength. Breaking through the iron gate is only a matter of time. Just then, a system notification popped up in my mind. Congratulations to host for completing the loading of the full authority sequence. The divinity of the God of Slaughter has been awakened. Please draw the full authority of this deity. For a moment, my consciousness fell into chaos. It felt like I was sitting high on the throne of the blood prison. Beneath me flowed rivers of blood, and millions of corpses were piled up. Hundreds of cards suddenly appeared in my consciousness space, surrounding me entirely. I flipped over one of them. Golden text immediately emerged on it. Authority sequence 003. Blood Monarch, primary effect, blood control. Can manipulate your own blood and shapeshift it into any form. Secondary effect 1, Monarch bloodline. Immune to all pain, will not die from excessive blood loss. Wound recovery speed is accelerated.
Secondary effect 2, hunting craze, killing demons and monsters.
Permanently increases blood strength by 1%. When killing a powerful demon, this effect receives an extra boost. Secondary effect 3, divine resonance. For every 10% increase in blood strength, you receive a gift from the deity. You can draw a sequence ability or extraordinary innate power. This looks totally badass. First off, let me test the effect. I bit down on my finger. A bright red bead of blood immediately oozed out. I moved my thoughts slightly. That bead of blood actually stayed on my fingertip and transformed into a thin, sharp spike. The ability works, and it's extremely powerful. Just then, the rooftop's iron gate was barged through by a huge, hideous, and ferocious demon, like a wolf diving into a flock of sheep. Screams rang out non-stop for a moment. Divine Series quest activated. Current quest, kill any one demon. A faint smirk curled up at the corner of my mouth. Perfect, I can test my skills on you. While everyone else was backing away in terror, I picked up a fruit knife and walked against the crowd towards the demon. The demon clearly sensed my killing intent. A flash of brutality crossed its pupils. It was like a rampaging war chariot. As it charged forward, the entire rooftop trembled under its heavy footsteps. I sliced open the artery on my wrist with the fruit knife. Blood immediately spurted out. The next second, the blood solidified mid-air, transforming into a blood-red long blade. In the split second, the demon charged at me. I raised my hand and swung the blade down. The blood blade swept out in a crescent arc. The demon's hideous head was instantly severed from its body. It rolled several times on the ground and stopped right in front of me. The blood blade turned back into blood and re-entered my body. The wound on my wrist was also healing at a speed visible to the naked eye. Divine quest completed. Blood strength permanently increased by 6%. Killing the demon triggered the hunting craze effect. Blood strength permanently increased by 2%, since blood can be turned into any weapon or armor. So an increase in blood strength equals to an increase in both attack and defense. As long as I keep hunting monsters, I can keep increasing my blood strength and boost my combat power in all aspects. Gradually, the dark clouds in the sky faded away. The sky returned to clear and bright blue again. Everyone stared at me in disbelief. At this moment, a grown man in tactical gear jumped onto the rooftop and froze the second he got up here. He had rushed up here to save people, but he didn't expect the demon had already been killed. This is a second-tier green troll, mind you. It corresponds to psionic users. At the second mountain-moving realm, even I would have had to fight a tough battle against it. He immediately noticed me, because among this group of terrified students, only I looked particularly calm. Hello, I'm Joe Lin, a trainee investigator from Bureau 749. Hearing that mysterious-sounding name, I raised an eyebrow. My name is Chen Nian. Did you kill this demon?
Julin asked.
I shrugged. If I said no, would you believe me? Damn, that's awesome. Jolin couldn't help but praise. Then he asked curiously, Chen Nian, did you really just awaken your power? I frowned slightly. Looking a little hesitant, seeing my expression, Julin immediately understood something. A ball of flame suddenly ignited in his palm. People like me are called psionic users. People can awaken their powers at any time. You will definitely gain a sequence ability when you awaken. Like mine, Fire God System Sequence 78, Blazing Fireball. Most people can only get sequence abilities numbered from 11 to 100. Only a very small number of people can get the top 10 sequences. These chosen ones are also called God's Chosen. I didn't deny the fact that I had awakened my power. I immediately asked, so what exactly happened just now? Why did the sky suddenly turn dark? And how did that monster appear? Just then, another woman in a black uniform ran up to the rooftop. Jolin, how's the situation? I rushed over as soon as I got the emergency dispatch order. Is it resolved? Jolin looked at me. Well, it is resolved, but I wasn't the one who did it. His name is Chen Nian. He just awakened his power and took out a second-tier green troll. Whoa, that's so badass. Hello there, Junior. I'm Zhao Qian, also a trainee at Bureau 749. I graduated from this school just 2 years ago, so I'm your senior. Zhulin said, didn't you just ask what happened? Zhao Tian, you explain it to him. I'll go notify the cleanup team first. And send a quick on-site report to the Bureau, by the way. Hearing that, Zhao Tian said a word mysteriously. The reverse world. It's a world that's completely identical. To our real world, it's like the reflection on the other side of a mirror. The only difference is that it's full of demons and monsters. What the school encountered just now was a rift. Simply put, a crack opened between the two worlds, causing a dislocation and fusion between the two worlds. I nodded thoughtfully. So we encountered monsters from the reverse world, and things went back to normal only after the rift closed. Smart, Zhao Tian said, then sighed. But this kind of incident is actually very rare. I never expected my alma mater to encounter such a tragedy, so Bureau 749 is the agency that specifically deals with this kind of incident and trains psionic users. Exactly. Junior, do you want to join Bureau 749? The benefits for joining Bureau 749 are really good. The base salary is 30,000 plus mission commissions. We have a dedicated training base. There are teachers to guide you in cultivating and becoming stronger. We also have channels for you to exchange for all kinds of cultivation techniques and combat skills. After hearing all this, I thought to myself, it's a formal government position after all. These benefits are unbeatable. I can get stronger, have access to resources, and all kinds of perks too. Is there any reason for me not to join? Just then, Zhou Lin, who had finished his report, hurried over. Zhao Qian, why are you being so enthusiastic to him? I was the one who found Chen Nian first. If we recruit him, the credit has to go to me. Don't even think about stealing it from me. Tch, I'm not as pragmatic as you. I graduated from this school, remember? I ran into a junior from my school. Is it wrong for me to take care of him a little? If he makes it big later, he'll remember that I was nice to him, right? At this moment, I asked the question I cared about the most. I've awakened now. How can I practice to become stronger? Zhao Qian shows the watch on her wrist. A blue light screen appears in an instant. Name, Zhao Qian. Realm, Mountain Moving Realm, LV34. This is our Bureau's terminal. It has a lot of functions, including but not limited to recording personal information and identity verification, calling Super AR, redeeming resources with contribution points, and so on. I ask what level 34 means. There are 100 spirit orifices in everyone's body. Filling them up allows you to break through to a higher realm. Super AI Amy can digitize them and display the data. That's how levels come into being. Got it. So reaching level 100 means a breakthrough. Then how can I level up? The cultivation method is what I care about most. Zhao Qian starts to explain carefully. The first and second methods are absorbing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth normally, or using various cultivation resources as assistance. The third method is relatively dangerous. You can absorb more spiritual energy in the reverse world. You can also obtain spiritual energy by killing demons and monsters. The fourth method is the hardest to complete. Random quests from the reverse world. Julin adds from the side. Any awakened person may receive random quests. There are survival quests, subjugation quests, and even confrontation quests with an extremely high mortality rate. The quest will teleport you into the reverse world, but you can also refuse the quest. You can lie low and cultivate slowly. I am a little curious in my heart. Where do these quests come from anyway? Right at this moment, a line of text suddenly pops up in front of my eyes. Survival quest received. Survive 8 hours in the reverse world. Teleport countdown 168 hours. Chulin explains. It's okay, you can give up when the time comes. Spend 1 or 2 more months building up your strength. Normally newbies train for more than 3 months before they even consider entering the reverse world. Let's go. Take me to Bureau 749. I don't want to wait for a moment. I just want to start cultivating as soon as possible to prepare for entering the reverse world 7 days later. After all, the divine core I awakened requires me to hunt demons to become stronger. Hearing that I am willing to join, Chulin is extremely excited. Let's go, I'll take you to the Bureau right now. The relevant troops will naturally be responsible for the aftermath here. Not long after, I follow the two of them deep into a huge mountain. Bureau 749 is set up in this valley. It is a huge underground base. When Jolin is introducing this, there is a trace of pride on his face. After registering at the entrance, you are officially admitted to Bureau 749. Well, we'll leave you here then. Let me leave you my phone number. You can consult this senior sister anytime you have questions. After they watch me leave, Julian asks, what score do you think he will get in the newbie assessment? I think his average score will be above 90. Julian is very surprised. To get a score above 90, you have to pass the highest difficulty assessment. Are you that optimistic about him? It's a woman's intuition. Haha, maybe he will surpass me soon. Later, I complete the formalities under the guidance of the receptionist. Chen Nian, this is our terminal distribution room. You can pick a style you like. I'll take this one. I choose a black watch-style terminal. Okay, you can put it on now. Super AI Amy will automatically enter your information for you. As I put on the terminal, a virtual silver-haired, crimson-eyed woman appears in front of my eyes immediately. Welcome, Chen Nian. If you want to call Amy in the future, please call my name or tap the terminal 3 times. Scanning data now. I ask what I should do next. All new members who have just joined Bureau 749 need to take a potential assessment. The grade of the assessment determines your future benefits. Scores ranging from 0 to 100 are divided into several ratings. Scores above 60 are considered passing. Every 10 points is a potential T-tier. Generally, those with scores above 80 are called future stars. Those with scores above 90 are top geniuses. If you get an excellent result in the assessment, your benefits in all aspects will be better. I nod. Take me there to have a look. A moment later, the receptionist leads me to a thick, heavy metal gate. Push the gate open. What comes into view is a vast, boundless metal training ground. Dozens of people are gathered around the ground, cheering loudly for the people on the field. The assessment area is like a circular cage. Inside, there is a muscular man who is being chased by 4 bowling balls. The bowling balls are made of metal, each weighing thousands of pounds. If you get hit head-on by one, you'll be crippled if not dead. Very soon. This assessment ends on the pale blue light screen above the ground. The man's score is displayed. Wang Xiao, 87 points. Cheers immediately burst from the sidelines. Damn, 87 points. He broke the record again. So awesome, Brother Wang is the best. Poor me, I didn't even get 60 points. I know this Wang Xiao. He is the basketball team captain of the neighboring university. He once outperformed all others in a basketball match against my school. Later I heard he dropped out of school. Turns out he joined Bureau 749. Then I glance aside and spot an acquaintance in the upper diagonal spectator stands. It is a petite, well-proportioned girl, sitting alone quietly. Lu Lin at the freshman welcome party. She was the final performer. That cold, pretty girl sat on the stage and played a piece called Heavy Rain. From then on, she became the piano goddess that all boys in the school could not forget. But 3 months ago, she suddenly dropped out of school. Turns out she was also recruited into Bureau 749. After Wang Xiao leaves the field, another slim, tall, bookish man with glasses walks into the area. It looks like the two of them are fighting for the first place on the leaderboard. Everyone else is just here to watch the show. The receptionist next to me explains, the assessment leaderboard is settled once a month. The first place on the leaderboard gets a reward. This is to encourage everyone to keep breaking through their limits. These two are among the most excellent newbies right now, but they have already joined Bureau 749 for several months. You just arrived, don't be in a hurry. Of course I'm in a hurry. I'm entering the reverse world in a few days. Why would I pass up a reward with cultivation resources? Amy, sign me up, I say to the terminal. A line of text pops up immediately. Newbie assessment sign up successful. You have entered the queue. Next. My name appears on the participant list on the big screen. As soon as my name appears, murmurs of discussion break out around me immediately. Why is there a newbie here? Can't you see? Brother Wang and Brother Song are dueling for the top right now. Wang Xiao walks towards me. There is a look of displeasure between his brows. Newbie, you want to take the assessment. You can come back tomorrow. I'm trying to beat the record and get this month's first place. I'm about to challenge him again right away. To fight for the first place, I injected epinephrine. The effect of this stuff fades over time. Now you cut in line ahead of me. Of course I'm unhappy. I say calmly, who are you? You don't know me. Doesn't the first place on the leaderboard say Wang Xiao? He sounds a little impatient. You're Wang Xiao. So what? Wang Xiao's face darkens immediately. Newbie, if you don't show me respect, your life here will be very hard later. You're being too conservative then. I can make your life hard right now. As I say this, I raise my right hand. Sequence 03, Blood Monarch activate. All of a sudden, blood gushed from my fingertips and turned into a huge blood-red hand. It clamped tightly around Wang Xiao's neck. I'm a timid person by nature. If someone threatens me, and I don't kill him first, I won't be able to fall asleep at all. Think twice before you speak next time. I threw Wang Xiao to the ground. He coughed violently. There was a bright red ring around his neck. His face also turned deathly pale with rage. He couldn't believe it. This newbie was actually this powerful. The surrounding onlookers were even more stunned. What's going on? Why did the new guy start a fight with Brother Wang? And Brother Wang is the one who got the worst of it. Just then, an announcement came over the broadcast asking Chen Nian to enter the arena for the assessment. I ignored Wang Xiao and didn't give him another look. I walked through the protective steel mesh and strolled into the assessment area. A male instructor walked over to me inside the area. You're Chen Nian, right? This is a suit made of impact-resistant material. It can effectively prevent you from getting injured during the assessment. Put it on, thank you. No need, I'm more flexible like this. What an arrogant young man. Fine. The assessment has a total of 5 levels. Each time the level increases, one more ball will be added to attack you. What you need to do is under the attacks of the balls. Try your best to dodge and defend. And hold on for 1 minute? Such a hassle. Let's start. Seeing this, the instructor picked up the walkie-talkie. Control room, you can start now. Dozens of trainee investigators watching outside the field. We're all paying close attention to this test. They wanted to see how well this guy who clashed with Wang Xiao as soon as he arrived would perform in the assessment. Soon, the heavy steel gate opened. A bowling ball about 2 meters tall charged straight at me. I stood still where I was. Blood seeped out from my capillaries, turning into a layer of blood-colored armor, which wrapped around my arm. Just as the metal ball was about to hit me, I threw a hard punch, sending the metal bowling ball flying. It slammed hard into the isolation net. Soon, the difficulty was raised to level 2. Another identical bowling ball rushed out of the gate, attacking from both sides, and their speed was obviously much faster than before. The blood in my hand turned into a huge hammer. Like playing bowling, I hammered one ball away. Then the hammer turned back into a fist, and I punched the other ball flying as well. Raise the difficulty level, I shouted to the side of the field. The crowd burst into an uproar. This kid is no ordinary person. He already made it to level 3 on his first assessment. If I remember correctly, even Brother Wang only handled 2 balls on his first try, right? Level 3 difficulty. 3 balls attacking alternately. They even bounce into the air and crash down from above, but I still dealt with them calmly and composedly. Keep raising the level, I shouted again. The difficulty level was raised to level 4. The people below were already staring with their mouths wide open. For a level 4 assessment, besides the ice-cold beauty Lulu in the audience stands, only Wang Xiao and Song Changwen have ever managed to pass it. The coordinated attacks of 4 balls, their attack frequency, had reached an unbelievably fast speed. You'd be sent flying if you made even the slightest mistake. But my control over my trained ability was also becoming more proficient. Now I can directly control my blood to pierce through my skin, allowing for even more flexible transformations. The 4 balls still failed to hurt me at all. I'll crank it up to the maximum for you right now. The operator even got excited himself. He directly adjusted the difficulty to the maximum level 5, Meanwhile, in the command room of the 749 administration, several high-ranking officials were also watching my assessment. The deputy director said in a deep voice, "This kid is new here, right?" "That's right. I heard he killed a second-tier demon right after awakening his power. He's a very promising talent. This kid's ability is blood manipulation. Looks like it's a slaughter-type ability, and its sequence rank definitely won't be low. Maybe he's a chosen one with a top 10 sequence ability. If that's the case, we've really struck gold this time. Good thing those sects didn't snatch him away first. Let's first see if he can pass this level 5 assessment." Under level 5 difficulty, the difficulty doubled once again. All the bowling balls were operating at maximum power. The current situation made me look like a tiny figure on a pool table, being knocked around by 5 billiard balls. The other trainees off the field were all dazzled by the sight. Holy shit, if I were in there, I'd be squashed into a meat patty right away. This is the first time I've ever seen a level 5 assessment. Right at this moment, the 5 huge balls came flying at me from different directions at the same time. There was a loud bang. I was squeezed between all of them. Even though I had immediately transformed blood into armor to protect myself, I still couldn't avoid taking the impact. A spurt of blood came out of my mouth uncontrollably. Level 5 difficulty. Did I really overestimate myself this time? What a shame. The operator side as well. But he's still a genius-level talent. We need to send him to the infirmary for treatment right away. We can't let such a promising talent die like this. But just as he was about to turn off the mechanism, he suddenly heard a loud crash from below. He saw that the 5 metal balls had all been pierced and stopped by huge blood thorns, just like candied haws on a stick. There was even a sizzling electric current sound coming from the surface of the metal balls. I walked out from the middle completely unharmed. The more blood I lose, the stronger my trained ability, Blood Monarch, becomes. That's how I could pull off this move. At the same time, a light screen appeared above the training field, showing the results. Chen Nian, 100 points. The entire venue erupted in cheers at this moment. 100 points? Is he even human? Can't you see he destroyed all those balls? That's how he got such a high score. The several managers in the command room couldn't hold back their excitement immediately and cheered out loud. Great job! We got such a promising talent in our bureau today. We have to have a few drinks to celebrate. After Wang Xiao's face changed several times, he could only leave the training field in a rage. He thought his act of grinding scores to get on the leaderboard tonight made him look like a total clown. Just then, an ice crystal suddenly shot towards me. Who's being so dishonorable? Sneak attacking with hidden weapons. I grabbed the flying ice crystal with one hand. This ice crystal came exactly from the cold young woman, sitting in the back of the audience stands. It was Lulu. She glanced at me without saying a word, turned around and left. I was completely confused. I looked down, and in the center of the ice crystal in my hand, there was actually something that looked like an elixir. Amy, help me scan this. What is this thing? Scanning now. Item identified as Spirit Jade Elixir, produced by 749 Administration. Taking it can quickly heal injuries. It costs 5 contribution points to exchange for... I was confused. What's the meaning of her giving me an elixir without saying a word? But it's true that I owe her a favor now. Next time, I'll find a chance to repay her by marrying her, I guess. After Lu Ling left the training ground, she ran right into her instructor and aunt, Zheng Xin. Lin, I told you to go make friends with everyone. How did it go? You'll be paired up with someone when you go on missions in the future. You're not good at socializing. It's not good if you don't even have a single friend. She was the one who brought Lu Ling in 3 months ago. Lu Ling's talent is unquestionable. She's a chosen one with a top 10 Water God sequence ability, and she scored 98 points in the new student assessment. But she's always cold and distant all day long. The most important thing is, she likes to take on high difficulty missions, so she also hopes her teammate is equally strong. Chengxin was really troubled by this. Lori nodded. I made one. Zhengxin's face lit up with delight. How did you do that? Gave a spiritual pill? Did he say anything after that? Like, let's go on missions together next time. Or I hope you can look out for me and stuff like that. Lu Ling shook her head. No. Chengxin face-palmed. Oh, come on, you reckless girl. You gave away that rare spiritual pill you exchanged with contribution points, and you didn't even say a single word to him. Lu Ling puffed her cheeks slightly. To show her dissatisfaction, right at this moment, Zhengxing answered a call. Picking new recruits in the conference room, right? I'll be right there. After hanging up, she said hurriedly, My dearest girl, what's the name of the guy you're into? Auntie will try to get him assigned to my team. Then it'll be easier for you two to team up and interact later. Luling thought for a moment. She wrote the character Chen in the air with frost energy. Oh, you're shy now. His last name is Chen, right? Auntie will see just how strong this Chen kid is. To catch the eye of my precious girl. Inside the conference room, 7 mentors were seated around a long table. The deputy director sitting at the head of the table said, "Everyone's here. Amy, pull up the files of trainees who haven't been assigned a mentor yet." Along with their assessment scores, a male mentor spoke up first. No need to look. "I want Chen Yin." He had his own information channels. He'd found out my assessment score on his way here. Another mentor raised his hand, deputy director. "I want Chen Nian too." The deputy director frowned. "What the hell are you all rushing for? We'll go through all new recruits' information first before picking." Chengxin muttered to herself. Is Chen Nian the kid Linlin has her eye on? What's going on here? Why are all of you fighting to take him? Like he's some rare treasure. Soon my information appeared on the light screen. Chen Nian, melee, 19 years old, ability presumed to be part of the slaughter sequence. Assessment score 100 points. What score? Chengxin slammed the table and stood up immediately. Sorry about that. That was rude. When she sat back down, her mind was already in total turmoil. No wonder that girl has a crush on this kid. Turns out he's another little monster. Jingxian raised her hand and said, Chen Nian, I want him too. That's so not cool. You just recruited Lu Ling, the 1 in a million chosen one not long ago. Now you want to snatch another genius who's most likely a chosen one too. Isn't your appetite a little too big? What can I do? My precious girl wants to make friends with this kid. She doesn't care about other newbies. I object. I don't have any talented new recruit like this on my team yet. We can't let you take all the good ones, right? I'll put it bluntly here. Whoever tries to take Chen Nian from me will have to spar with me first. Oh, you're playing dirty now? Fine, let's go. Meet me at the training ground. Whoever wins gets to be Chen Nian's mentor. Seeing the mentors at each other's throats, the deputy director coughed twice in annoyance. You're all grown adults. Stop acting like children. We follow the principle of fairness. We'll draw lots. Whoever draws his name gets him. 7 paper balls were placed on the table. Then a neatly dressed, meticulous male mentor unfolded the crumpled slip of paper in his hand. My name was clearly written on it. Deputy Director, is this draw rigged? Everyone knows your daughter is on Li Xiao's team. Assigning Chen Nian to his team will just help rein in your naughty daughter, right? The Deputy Director coughed twice awkwardly. If there's nothing else, everyone can continue picking other trainees. Meanwhile, I arrived at dorm 304. At this moment, a girl was lying on the dorm couch playing with her phone. When she saw me walk in, the girl stood up immediately and held out her clean, fair right hand. You must be Chen Nian. I'm Ye Yaya. Hello, I'm Chen Nian. I responded with a smile. We're roommates from now on. Don't treat me like a girl. We'll be good buddies. The rule for dorm 304 is simple. Whoever is stronger is the boss. There's a mission tomorrow, perfect timing. Let's go together. That's exactly what I want. I want to get stronger, so I have to kill monsters. Of course, I'm more than happy to go on missions. Right at this moment, the dorm door opened. The person who came was our mentor, Li Xiao. He took out a bottle of spiritual liquid from his storage bag. Chen Nian, this is your ranking reward. No one can possibly beat your score, so I picked up the reward for you directly. Pour it into the bathtub when you take a bath. You can absorb all of it in 30 minutes. It can effectively speed up your cultivation. I took the item. Thanks, Director Lee, let's go. I'll take you to the logistics department to have a look. I can also help you pick a suitable combat skill, by the way. Along the way, I also learned a lot of knowledge from Director Lee. For example, the first 6 major realms, Spirit Communication Realm, Mountain Moving Realm, Sky Breaking Realm, Star Profound Realm, Azure Light Realm, Sun Brilliance Realm. There are more realms after that, of course. I just can't access that information for now. Chen Nian, I've observed your ability. The slaughter sequence is basically the top-tier sequence for actual combat. Of course, you don't have to tell me the specific effects. That's private information. But I guess you can turn your blood into all kinds of weapons, right? So I recommend you pick a suitable weapon type. Practicing the corresponding skill can effectively boost your combat power. Alright, then I'll go with a blade-type skill. Soon we arrived at the skill and weapon section of the logistics department. The logistics department is like the treasure vault of Bureau 749. All kinds of cultivation resources are stored inside. These are the blade type skills you want. Average new recruits can pick a martial skill worth less than 10 contribution points. Your assessment score is excellent, so you can pick a martial skill worth less than 50 contribution points for free. I started looking through them carefully. Finally, my gaze landed on a martial skill called Swan Soaring Dragon Swimming Blade. Description: this blade skill is as light as a soaring swan, as graceful as a swimming dragon, elegant and swift, kills enemies in the blink of an eye. But it was marked at the bottom that it requires 100 contribution points. Just when I was about to put it back, Li Xiao snatched it halfway. No big deal. Just use my 50 contribution points to cover the rest. Practice hard when you get back. Thanks, Director Li. With this blade skill, when I turn my blood into a blade later, I won't have to swing around randomly with only a few moves. I'll practice the blade skill first, then learn all kinds of knowledge about Bureau 749. I'll trick Ye Yaya into going on a mission tomorrow. After I said goodbye to Director Li, I went to the training ground alone to practice the blade skill, until I got the hang of the first move. Then I went back to the dorm. I went to the bathroom and poured the whole bottle of Cultivation Spiritual Liquid into the bathtub. After I got in the tub, I felt like all the pores on my body were opening up. Soon my level rose to level 18. Just then, Ye Yaya's voice came from outside the bathroom door. Hey, Chen Nian, how long are you gonna hog the bathroom? I want to take a shower too, I teased with a laugh. We're buddies, right? Come in and shower together then. I'll even let you soak in the Cultivation Spiritual Liquid. Ye Yaya snorted coldly. I just grabbed a mission. We leave at noon tomorrow. Then there was no sound from outside. The next day, Ye Yaya and I arrived at the mission location, Tianhai City. She sent me the case details. Case file number CA8300. Location, Chaoyang District, Tianhai City. 3 murders have happened here recently. All the victims are young women around 20 years old. All the blood in the victim's body was completely drained. It is identified as a blood-sucking demon, the blood-sucking centipede. According to the investigation of the local Public Security Bureau, an adult man named Zhang Wei made a deal with the demon. He lured young women to hotels, so the demon could suck their blood. Zhang Wei has been arrested by the Public Security Bureau so far. He is currently under interrogation. Mission objective: assist in interrogating Zhang Wei. Locate the demon. Reward for killing or containing the demon: 10 contribution points and 30,000 coins. In the interrogation room of Chaoyang District Public Security Bureau, a reckless, unruly fat man was cuffed to a chair. There was a knife scar on his face. He looked like a total shameless tough nut who wouldn't crack. Zhang Wei, be honest and confess. Where did you meet the murderer? Where can we find him? Shouted Lin Feng, a public security officer. Bro, I really don't know. You tied me here for interrogation for no reason. For a whole night. I'm totally wronged. There was a loud slap. Lin Feng slammed several photos on the table. See these 3 girls? All their blood was drained. The one who killed them is a monster. How the hell can you live with yourself? Zhang Wei tilted his head. Can conscience be eaten as food? I'm hungry, I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna faint from hunger. He closed his eyes and collapsed limply in the chair. Just then, a public security officer walked in. Captain Lin. Reinforcements from Bureau 749 are here. Hearing that, Lin Feng glared at Zhang Wei fiercely, stood up and walked out of the interrogation room. But when he saw that the arrivals were me and Ye Yaya, Lin Feng's face turned even darker. Bureau 749 actually sent 2 trainee investigators over. They're taking this case way too lightly, but he still held back his anger and told me all the details of the case. Ye Yaya rubbed her fists. That's so infuriating. I'll go beat him up and he'll spill everything. I stopped her and smiled faintly. Let me do it. It's not good for girls to be too violent. Then I pushed open the door of the interrogation room and walked into this enclosed dark room. Zhang Wei whistled at me with a smile. Is your public security bureau short of people? Sending a snot-nosed kid to interrogate me. I walked up to Zhang Wei, without saying a word, slapped him hard across his fat face, making the fat on his face ripple visibly. Zhang Wei was knocked to the ground on the spot. Blood gushed from his nose and mouth. 2 of his blood-stained teeth were knocked out. He was about to speak when the sole of a black leather boot stepped on his face, rubbing it up and down hard. Sorry about that. I just came from the bathroom. Mind if I wipe my shoes on your face? Then I stretched out my index finger. A thin, long blood spike suddenly emerged. This thing is very thin. It won't kill you or make you faint. But I promise, you're gonna feel excruciating pain. With that, I quickly stabbed the blood spike into the skin of Jiang Wei's arm. In an instant, the searing pain made him scream like a slaughtered pig. I'll talk. I'll confess, stop now. Stop! After a while! I withdrew the blood spike. Glanced at Jiang Wei faintly. I'm going out to have some tea first. You can confess whenever you're ready. There are still 3 hours left, before the 24-hour detention limit expires. Take your time. I opened the door and walked out. Ye Yaya couldn't help giving me a thumbs up. Not long after, Lin Feng came up to me. He confessed everything. They agreed to meet at the hotel every Friday night. At that time, Zhang Wei would send the lured girls into the hotel. The other party would pay him in return. Ye Yaya cursed angrily. Working with a demon just for a little money. What a beast. Tomorrow is Friday. Tell him to keep in touch with the other party as usual. We'll go to the hotel to meet him then. The next day, Ye Yaya and I shared a big black umbrella, standing by the roadside in the continuous rain. Across the road was a hotel. That was the place where Jiang Wei and the other party agreed to meet and hand over the girls. The other party was already waiting in the hotel right now. If things go as usual, today, another young girl would be drained of blood and die. Hey, old ya! You'll play the pretty young girl later. Get him to open the door. We'll take care of him inside. Can you stop yelling that stupid name? Calling me master is so corny. That's what bros call each other, right? Let's go. As we were talking, we had already entered the hotel and arrived at the door of room 1009. I hid by the wall. Ye Yaya was in charge of knocking on the door. About 10 seconds later, the door opened and it was a greasy, bald uncle who answered. The moment he saw Ye Yaya, his eyes almost popped out of his head. Whoa! Didn't expect the girl this time as such a total hottie. Come in quickly. Ye Yaya walked into the room. I followed right behind her and closed the door behind me. The bald man stared at me. Who the hell are you? Your dad, I replied. I kicked the bald man hard in the chest, sending him flying 2 meters away. Then I sat leisurely on the soft sofa. Go on, master. Ladies first? Ye Yaya twisted her neck and grinned. Well then, I won't hold back. The next moment, electricity started crackling all over her body. Thor sequence 055 Thunder Law. Right now, Ye Yaya was basically like Pikachu releasing 100,000 volts. The ceiling lamp short-circuited and went out instantly. A few moments later, Ye Yaya stopped releasing electricity. She was breathing heavily. The stray tuft of hair on top of her head was standing straight up. The bald man lying on the ground was charred all over, with thin smoke constantly rising from his body. Ye Yaya puffed out her chest, looking extremely proud. That's done. I'll be the boss of Dorm 304 from now on. You got a problem with that? Xiaochen? Just then? A venomous voice suddenly sounded from behind her. Do you brats not take me seriously at all? The bald man slowly stood up. His eyes were filled with ferocious red veins. His body was twitching unnaturally, as if the monster inside him was getting restless. How is this possible? Ye Yaya muttered in shock. There was a loud bang. The man's head suddenly exploded. A huge blood-red centipede burst out of his body. Level 24, bloodthirsty centipede. Watch out! In the blink of an eye, I pulled Ye Yaya back hard and stood in front of her to shield her. You're looking for death. The bloodthirsty centipede's tentacle immediately pierced into my chest and started sucking my blood. I don't care if you're from Bureau 749 or wherever. How dare you come mess with me? You'll never leave here alive today. However, I wore a weird smile on my face, completely unconcerned. The bloodthirsty centipede's body suddenly froze in place. It felt like every blood vessel in its body had been sealed off. Its limbs lost blood supply and lost all mobility. I grabbed the bloodthirsty centipede's tentacle and slowly pulled it out of my chest. You dared to suck my blood. How brave of you. I threw the big black umbrella to Ye Yaya, told her to open it. Then the corner of my mouth curled into a smile, and I snapped my fingers crisply. There was a loud popping sound. Hundreds of blood vessels inside the centipede's body exploded at once. In an instant, the entire room was filled with splattering blood. The flying blood drops coming towards us all weirdly floated around my body. It looked like they were controlled by some kind of psychic power. None of it got on me at all. Soon, countless blood droplets gathered in my palm, forming a blood blade etched with black demonic patterns. I raised the knife and struck down. Finished it off with 1 slash. Why didn't you contain the demon? That's out of the question. Killing monsters makes me stronger. Why the hell would I contain them? Congratulations to the host for killing the demon. Blood strength permanently increased by 2%. Current blood strength, 10%. Divine thought resonance effect triggered. Divine gift obtained. I had a thought. 3 cards appeared before my eyes. The first is a random sequence ability from the slaughter system. The second is 5% faster blood regeneration speed. The third is 10 filled spirit apertures. I picked the first card without hesitation. This is a precious card draw opportunity. Who could say no to that? Congratulations to the host for obtaining the authority sequence. 015 Ratani's Blood Moon Grand Art. Introduction. Ratani. A top general under the god of slaughter. Specializes in long-range combat. Signature ability. Blood Grand Art. Once sliced across 1,000 miles and wiped out 100,000 enemy troops with a single sword strike. This ability consumes 70% of the blood of Sequence 15 holders. This ranking is actually pretty high, but this ability consumes 70% of the blood in my whole body. Good thing I have the Blood Monarch talent. It's a perfect match. If the blood controlled by the Blood Monarch is too far from the body, it will stop working. But this ability is exactly a long-range one. It perfectly makes up for my shortcoming. I hope its power won't let me down. Just then, Yayaya, who just came back to her senses, couldn't help exclaiming in admiration. Chen Nian, you're so badass! I squinted at her. Aren't you addressing me wrong? Fine, Brother Chen. Look at how smug you are. Are your injuries okay? I have a spirit jade elixir here. Take it quickly. Yayaya shoved an elixir into my hand. Elixir again. I find all the pretty girls in 749 love giving me elixirs. What do you mean again? Is there someone else besides me, your sister Yai? That's so generous of her. This stuff costs 5 contribution points, you know? Yeah, and we're not even close. She just tossed it to me and left. She's so generous, I suspect she's got a crush on me. So I'm the stingy one here, huh? Yayaya pouted and said, I didn't keep bickering with her. I called up the AI. The mission is completed. Send the cleanup team to take care of the rest. Target death confirmed. Mission completed. Rewards have been credited to your account. You can check it on the 749 app. At the 749 office, the deputy director, I heard, your precious daughter and the new guy Chen Nian finished the mission in less than 2 days, and they even killed a monster above their level. They're real rising stars. The deputy director nodded with a smile. But there's still a small flaw. That demon died way too horribly. The scene was an absolute mess. It would have been perfect if we could have contained it. It's the kid's first mission. It's great enough that they finished it. When he grows more experienced, containing demons will be a piece of cake. Hearing all the instructors praising his student, Li Xiao felt really pleased. When your student completes a mission, the instructor gets contribution points too. He opened his thermos with a smile, took a sip of wolfberry tea. Suddenly Jungsing leaned over. Director Li. When you have time, let Chen Nian team up with my little troublemaker. For missions, okay? I'll treat you to dinner some other day. No problem, but Director Zheng, the button on your chest is loose. Jungsing flew into a rage. You pervert. Where are you looking? For the next 2 days, I was actively preparing for entering the reverse world. Under Director Li's guidance, I did high-intensity training during the day and soaked in spirit cultivation liquid in the bathtub at night. My level has reached LV37. One day, Director Li called me and Yayaya over. Tonight, there's a simulation training for trainee investigators. You will be inside the training ground, fighting virtual monsters generated by Amy. My ability only works when I kill real demons and monsters. To get stat increases, when I heard they were virtual, I lost interest right away. Don't turn it down so fast. The reward for first place in this simulation is the Spirit Living Elixir. It's a precious elixir that each person can only take once. It works best when taken at the spirit communication realm. Yayaya nodded. That sounds right. Dad gave me one before. It opened 30 spirit apertures all at once. I couldn't help complaining. Damn privileged kid. Li Xiu said with a smile. Don't you want to go out on missions as soon as possible, brat? If you win first place, I'll put in a special request for you. I got motivated right away when I heard that. Soon it was evening. The training ground was super lively. It was buzzing with people. There were at least 100 trainee investigators present. Yayaya rubbed her hands together. There are a lot of strong people here. Many are top players who joined 749 in the past year. Just then, Amy announced the rules of the simulation training. Teams of 3, defend the target stronghold. Fend off attacks from zombie hordes. 1 point for each zombie killed. 1 point deducted for each zombie that breaks into the stronghold. The team with the highest score wins. I laughed and said, Xiaoya, team up with me, Brother Chen. We'll be unbeatable. Yaya couldn't help rolling her eyes. In your dreams. For this kind of team competition, teams are assigned by Amy based on big data. Really strong people will be paired with weaker ones, to make sure the team strengths are balanced, so every team has a shot at winning. Soon, Amy announced the team assignments on the terminal. Sure enough, Yaya and I were put in different teams. Chen Nian, if I win later, you have to call me Sister Yai. No problem, after I said that. We went our separate ways. To find our own teammates, I walked past Lulin on the way. I greeted her proactively. Hey, thanks for the elixir last time. Lulin nodded slightly. Though she looked cold on the surface, she was really happy inside. She's not good at expressing herself, but she has a very rich inner world. Soon I met my first teammate. You must be Brother Chen, right? This is so cool. I'm actually on the same team as you. The heavens are smiling on me. The person speaking was called Cheng Shu. He seemed really excited. I asked, what's your ability? I'm useless. Haha, otherwise how would I get paired with you, Brother Chen? I was completely speechless. After asking around a bit, Chosho has a wind sequence ability. High-level wind sequence abilities can kill people without a trace, but he can only make wind walls. It's somewhat useful, but not by much. Soon, the third team member arrived. It was a girl. She had a baby face and wore big-rimmed glasses. She was wearing a black tracksuit, which accentuated her curvy figure. Hi, I'm Tangju. She looked timid, like she was shy around strangers. Her eyes were fixed on the ground, but she definitely couldn't see her own shoe tips like that. I asked with a smile, tell me, what's your ability? War God Sequence? Gene Liberation. It's an ability that strengthens the physical body. Chengshu burst out laughing. You look like such a delicate little girl, and you have a physical enhancement ability. Hit me with a punch and let's see. Oh, I'm sorry then. After Tangju apologized, she clenched her fingers into a fist. She threw a sudden punch with a loud thud. It landed right on Chengshu's chest. The blow almost arched his back. You could even see air currents passing straight through his body. Chengshu fell to his knees in agony. He was this close to vomiting up his bile. Tangju hurriedly bowed repeatedly to apologize. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. The look on Chengshu's face practically screamed, bro. I'm a total loser. I've given up while sorry is written all over Tangji's face. I'm a loser too. I rubbed my forehead and complained. What's even the point of playing anymore? Amy, I'm pretty sure I'm being targeted here. Is your grouping system actually fair? Just then a sneering voice cut in. This is the result of Amy's big data analysis. It does not target or favor anyone. I turned my head to look. A handsome guy with dyed red hair was walking toward me. He was wearing black gloves and leather boots. He looked just like a super spy. I asked calmly, who are you? Ren Xiaoji. I got here 6 months before you. Heard you've been making quite a name for yourself lately. Ren Xiaoji stuck his hands in his pockets, like a senior lecturing a new student. Instead of complaining about unfair grouping, or how weak your teammates are, you should put in more effort yourself. I smiled faintly and said, there's a saying, right? The emperor isn't anxious, but his eunuch is fretting to death. Why don't you just bow and take your leave? Your Majesty doesn't feel like watching you curse me out. Ren Xiaoji is from the Fire God sequence. A short temper and sudden outbursts are totally normal for him. As soon as I finished speaking, his flame-wrapped fist was already raised, hovering right above my head. Meanwhile, a blood-colored spike at my fingertip was also hovering right in front of his eyeball, less than an inch away. If he dared to drop that fist, the blood spike would pop his eyeball instantly, right at that moment. The venue's broadcast suddenly turned on. All teams, please enter the holographic simulation training room. The simulation drill is about to begin. Ren Xiaoji scoffed. He lowered his fist. Want to mess with you? I'll let my 2 teammates stand aside later. Hope you don't fall too far behind. In the office on the other side, all the instructors of Bureau 749 had already turned on the live stream to watch the show. Deputy Director, your daughter Xiaoya's team is really strong. At least her teammates are all competent and reliable. Hard to say. A lot of top agents who were out on missions, and investigators have come back, That Ren Xiaoji from the Fire God sequence is here too. Not only are his abilities powerful, they also have a wide effective range. He has a huge advantage. Look at Chen Nian's two teammates. I don't know how Amy assigned them. It feels seriously unbalanced. If you ask me, Chen Nian's team can barely make the top 10 at most. Soon, my team entered the holographic simulation training room. All of a sudden, the surroundings turned into a desolate wilderness. A giant zombie mother appeared in the distance ahead. It opened its mouth. Highly corrosive saliva dripped onto the ground, rising into puffs of white mist. At the same time, a huge horde of zombies appeared around it, rushing straight toward the three of us. Tanger let out a terrified shriek. His legs were shaking uncontrollably. I took a quick look around. The mother zombie doesn't seem to be moving. Hold your ground. I left those two words behind and charged straight toward the zombie horde. My blood turned into a red, long knife, whistling through the air, like a hidden dragon leaping out of the abyss. The surrounding zombies fell to the ground one after another. Our team's score also started climbing nonstop. In the next room, Ren Xiaoji's team also entered the simulation scene. He wanted to win this simulation training all by himself. He looked at the two teammates behind him. You two just stand there. Don't move! With that, he charged into the monster horde. Dozens of zombies were instantly blown away by his flaming fists. The simulation lasted 10 minutes total. Ren Xiaoji's team quickly took first place with 1,823 points. While my team only had 999 points, we were a full half behind the first place. The instructors also made their own judgments one after another. Looks like Ren Xiaoji is going to take first place in this simulation. His abilities have inherent advantages. He can stay way ahead even without help from his teammates. But Chen Nian is having a pretty rough time. He got an inherent disadvantage from the grouping. His own abilities aren't suited for fighting large groups of monsters either. Haha, this kid was almost soaring after joining 749. A little setback isn't a bad thing for him. Right at that moment, Li Xiao suddenly stood up, staring at the big screen. Wait, what is this kid trying to do? At this point, I also knew our team's score wasn't very high, but I'd been thinking about something since earlier. If our goal is to kill small zombies, to get points, then what's the point of the giant zombie mother being here? Is it just there to scare us? What if I just kill the zombie mother? Once I had that thought, I retreated back to our position. You two hold the line. Buy me some time. Changshu's wind wall worked perfectly at that moment. It effectively stopped the zombies from rushing into our area. Tangji handled the zombies that slipped through the cracks. He blew off the heads of the zombies that broke in with one punch each. Meanwhile, I activated my new ability on the spot, Slaughter Sequence. 015 Latani's Blood Moon Great Bow. I got into the posture of drawing a bow. A huge blood-colored bow appeared in front of me. At the same time, 70% of the blood in my body gushed out and finally gathered on the bowstring, forming a blood arrow. Charging complete. I released my fingers. There was a loud bang. The air current exploded instantly. The arrow shot through the air at top speed. It hit the zombie mother right in the head. As the mother zombie was killed, the hologram of the desolate wilderness disappeared. The room returned to its original appearance. On that pure white superalloy wall, a hole was blown out by the arrow, and it was buzzing with electric current. Whoa, what just happened? The simulation training equipment is broken. Changshu was stunned on the spot. The corner of my mouth curled up. I didn't expect there was a brute force way to clear this simulation. The next second, Amy's emotionless broadcast voice came on. Chen Nian's team has completed the simulation training. Hidden achievement unlocked. Total points, 5,000. Inside the office, all the instructors had looks of disbelief on their faces. One instructor muttered, "Damn, I didn't even know there was such a thing as a hidden achievement." Li Xiao adjusted his glasses. He smiled faintly and said, "That's normal. Following normal logic, everyone would defend the perimeter of their area, abandoning the defense zone, and taking the initiative to attack the zombie mother that's outside the rules. Is already an unconventional move. You could tell. He was very satisfied with my performance. The deputy director also nodded in satisfaction. This kid has talent, strength, and brains. His future achievements will be limitless. Deputy director. I think the last lottery draw had some irregularities. I'm applying for a redraw. The simulation test officially ended. My team took first place by a landslide, leaving all other teams far behind. Changshu suddenly snapped back to his senses. He was just here to leech off stronger teammates anyway, but he never expected to get first place. Although the first place reward, the Spirit Life Pill, only goes to the MVP. Slackers like them. Still get other rewards? Sorry for holding you back. Tangja bit her lip, a little embarrassed. I smiled at her and said, come on. You were actually pretty awesome, girl. Receiving my praise. Tangja's big eyes immediately lit up. She looked happier than if she had won first place herself. As luck would have it, we ran into Ren Xiaoji coming out of the next room as soon as we stepped outside. He walked past me with a dark look on his face. You got lucky this time. Hope I get the chance to fight you face to face next time. He thought this kind of test didn't mean anything. When it comes to actual combat, he would definitely crush me and win. Sure, Ren Xiaoji. We can spar when we get the chance. Ren Xiaoji was totally triggered right then and there. He never expected the other party didn't even remember his name. He was so furious he felt his chest was about to explode. He stormed off the scene, his face and neck flushed red with anger. Just then, Director Li called, Chen Nian, your application has been approved. You can start carrying out official missions tomorrow. Got it. Thanks, Director Li. I feel like my decision to join Bureau 749 was totally the right call. I've got a reliable mentor and fun friends here. I took a spirit vitality pill that night. It filled all 30 of my spirit apertures once again. My level went up from LV37 to LV67. The most obvious feeling I had was that all the spiritual power I'd used up during the high-intensity test was fully restored. It was even more abundant than when I was at my peak before. Just then, I received a new quest from the Deity series. Current quest: kill any second-tier demon, ghost, or monster. This is a prerequisite quest for a realm breakthrough. I went to find Yaya to ask about it right after. Xiaoya, have you ever gotten a similar prerequisite quest for a breakthrough before? Mine told me to withstand a lightning strike head-on. So I ran up a mountain during a thunderstorm and got struck by lightning once. It felt like going through a lightning tribulation. Yaya is from the Thunder God sequence. That makes total sense. I'm from the Slaughter sequence. It's straightforward, I just need to kill monsters. It looks easy enough, though. The problem is where to find a second-tier demon, ghost, or monster. I opened the app and scrolled through the quest section. Suddenly, a quest called Haunted House Horror caught my eye. Case file number CB982. Location: Quishi Ancient Town, Tianhai City. Inside this ancient town, there's an old unoccupied house that's fallen into disrepair. The day before yesterday, 4 college students went to explore the old house. 3 men and 1 woman. Only the girl managed to escape alive in the end. She said she saw... And current progress on the case is as follows. The local public security bureau sent 2 officers to investigate. They also never came back. It is confirmed there are supernatural beings inside the dim old house. That's why this quest has been transferred to Bureau 749. Quest objectives: find out the whereabouts of the 3 missing male college students and the 2 missing security officers, and figure out the cause of the haunting in the old house. If there are supernatural beings present, contain or eliminate them. Rewards: 15 contribution points, 30,000 yen. After I finished reading the quest file, I could tell it looked really tricky. No wonder no one's taken this quest yet. First off, several people have already gone missing. None of them ever came out of the haunted house. Most likely they're already dead. Plus, there's way too little information. We have no idea what kind of supernatural beings are inside. If they're really powerful, even trainee investigators could easily die if they rush in blindly. I'll take it. As long as it's confirmed there are supernatural beings there, that's all I need. I'm not that picky. Quests require 2 people to carry out. That's the rule from the higher-ups. I made a post on the forum right after, just took the haunted house quest. Looking for a teammate? Requirements: must be scared of ghosts, sensible and follows orders. In less than 10 minutes, I got dozens of replies. Can I join? I'm scared of ghosts and I'm very obedient. One of the replies was from someone I know, Tang Ji. I remembered the quest description said 3 men and 1 woman. Only the woman survived and escaped. There might be something fishy going on here. Getting a female teammate would be perfect to test that out. Right now, Tangju is in her dorm staring nervously at the screen. She usually doesn't dare go on missions with other people. She's afraid she's too inexperienced and will hold them back. So she just hits training dummies in the training ground every day. She's already broken 10 dummies in a month. Even the maintenance worker for the dummy training ground is annoyed. This time, she saw that I, an acquaintance she's worked with before, was looking for a teammate. So she worked up the courage to leave a comment. Just then, a message popped up, 10 in the morning. Meet at the subway station. Tangjer's big eyes went wide immediately. After confirming she wasn't reading it wrong, she replied flattered, Okay, Captain. 10 a.m. the next morning. I arrived at the subway station right on the dot. I saw Tang-ju sitting on the bench from far away, staring at the tips of her shoes, lost in thought. I walked up to greet her actively. Morning. Morning, Captain. Tang-ji stood up in a hurry. Her big, excited eyes were visible behind her black-rimmed glasses. We're meeting at 10. What are you doing here so early? Sorry, it's my old habit acting up again. She started apologizing with a wronged look on her face. I waved my hand dismissively. Sorry, my ass. You don't need to apologize for arriving early. We got on the bus, and pretty soon, we arrived at the haunted house in Quishi Ancient Town. It's a traditional courtyard house. Yellow caution tape is strung up all around it. It said all the nearby residents moved away because they were scared of the haunting. Just as we two arrived at the door, a man dressed like a Taoist priest walked over. He stopped us. Hold on, fellow cultivators. Are you here to investigate this haunted house too? I squinted at him. Who are you? I am a humble Taoist. Liu Yun, from the small Taoist temple on the mountain 10 miles outside the ancient town. I heard there's a haunted house in this ancient town. I came specifically to check it out. Liu Yun smiled mysteriously. He said in a low voice, If I'm not mistaken, you two must be from Bureau 749. After all, a murder case happened here just 2 days ago. I raised an eyebrow, so I already went inside to check this morning. There are no ghosts in here at all. I'm afraid you two are making a wasted trip. I laughed. Do you think I'm stupid? The front door is locked. The dust at the door is completely undisturbed, too. You're saying you went inside? Even putting that aside, if there are no ghosts, what are you still hanging around here for? Got nothing better to do? Liu Yun was startled in his heart. Actually, he came here to subdue the ghosts inside, to use for his own cultivation. He didn't expect I looked young, but wasn't that easy to fool? Haha, just kidding. Ghosts appear after midnight when the yin energy is the strongest. How about I go inside with you two, then? The more people, the more help. You don't even qualify, made the smile on Liu Yun's face freeze instantly. I may just be a rogue cultivator with no organization backing me, but people in our line of work have to follow the rules of the community. Does Bureau 749 get to act unreasonably? I said calmly, No, we don't. I'm here, so this place is under my jurisdiction. You got a problem with that? I wouldn't mind. Taking care of the source of the problem first. The Taoist priest was totally triggered on the spot, he thought to himself. Are all the young people from Bureau 749 this arrogant these days? He already has 9 ghosts hidden in his Taoist temple on the mountain. If he can catch this one and refine it into a corpse ghost, he can use it to break through to the next realm. He didn't dare to fight with people from Bureau 749, but he wasn't willing to give up on this place either. He had no choice but to leave first and observe the situation from afar. I didn't rush inside to alert the enemy, but it wasn't long before another uninvited guest showed up. It was a tall, muscular man, wearing a set of loose linen clothes. He's clearly a martial artist. My name is Lei Zhe. I'm a lay disciple from Golden Buddha Temple. I'm here to subdue the demons and ghosts here. Is the haunted house here? Another guy here to steal my kill, I said to Tang-ju impatiently. Tell him to get lost. Tang-ju obeyed and walked forward. Looking at this man who was a whole head taller than her, she bowed. I'm sorry, please get lost. You look like a nice little girl. Who knew you'd be so rude? Today I'll teach you a lesson on behalf of your elders. Leza raised his palm to attack. The next second, a bloody blade of light flashed in front of his eyes. What? Leza stepped back 2 steps violently. He looked down. The cloth on his chest was already torn open. A knife wound was shockingly visible. He practices the Buddhist Vajra body technique. Even bullets can't hurt his physical body. How could he get hurt so easily? He lifted his head and looked at the young man in front of him. His eyes narrowed slightly. This kid is no ordinary person. When did 749 get such an extraordinarily talented new investigator? Besides, he's way too decisive and ruthless with his moves. Is the official unit going after folks like us from private organizations? With no scruples at all? I flicked my knife casually. A trail of blood was left on the ground. Both you and that Taoist priest peeking from behind. Listen carefully. Anyone who crosses this line, I won't mind. Killing you. Excuse me, I'm leaving. A trace of fear flashed across Leiza's face. With that, he turned around and left. I put away my blood knife. I smiled at Tang-ji. You learned well. Tang-ji was overjoyed. Thanks. For the compliment, Captain. Leiza had just retreated. When Liu Yun blocked his way, fellow Taoist, they're working in a pair. Why don't we team up too? Let's stay here and see if we can profit from their conflict. It was midnight. I glanced at the time. I kicked the front door open. Dust immediately billowed into the air. Tangju shrank back a little. Captain, can I hold the hem of your clothes? No. If you're not scared anymore, what if the ghosts inside don't show up? I walked casually into the main hall and started searching around. Nothing on the first floor. I went up to the second floor and reached the corridor. I stopped walking all of a sudden. Take photos with your phone. Tangju looked down and let out a sharp scream immediately. There were 2 corpses in the corridor. They were exactly the 2 missing public security officers. She started taking photos with trembling hands. All of this has to be included in the mission report. I thought to myself, the ghost here is being way too cautious, isn't it? It still won't show up. Looks like I have to use some extreme measures. Xiaotang, go check the innermost room. Wait, I go alone? Tangju asked timidly. I gave him a confirming look, letting him figure it out himself. Got it, Captain. Though he was scared out of his wits, Tangju still went to the innermost room alone. I sent her alone on purpose, to use her as bait. As for me, I pushed open the door to another room. It was a bedroom. My eyes fell on a photo by the bed. Just as I was about to pick up the photo to take a closer look, there was a sudden loud crash. 3 upside-down corpses fell from the ceiling. All 3 missing male college students are here. A wisp of ethereal yin energy drifted out of all 3 of their mouths at the same time. The yin energy gathered in midair and formed a female ghost with disheveled hair. You reckless fool, you came here to die. Any man who dares to break in here, I'll kill every last one of them. Die. I didn't expect the first target the female ghost would attack wasn't the terrified Tang Ji, but me. She seems to hold a huge grudge against men. It's like she thinks all men in the world deserve to die. I grinned. Blood formed into a knife. I slashed right at her. The female ghost was hit by the knife. She let out a shrill, miserable scream. Her figure dimmed a fair bit immediately. Damn it! The female ghost flew out of the room and escaped to the corridor. She ran right into Tangju head-on. Ghost! Tangju screamed and sprinkled black dog blood. Another shrill scream rang out. Wafts of white mist rose from the female ghost's body. She was obviously injured. Wow, I didn't expect that to actually work. I held back my laughter. I dashed forward and brought the knife down swiftly. The female ghost vanished into thin air right away, killed by my knife. This triggered the effect of Hunt Lust, permanently increasing my blood strength by 1%. I pulled Tangji up from the ground and asked with a smile, "You okay?" "I'm fine. Is it over already?" She was still a little scared, tugging at my arm and refusing to let go. "Captain, why didn't you capture the female ghost? If we take her back to 749, we might get an extra bonus." I smiled. Capture is never an option for me. Let's call it a day. We just went downstairs and got to the yard. When we saw Liu Yun and Lei Zhe already waiting there, I said coldly, "You seem to have forgotten. I drew a line at the gate earlier." Lei Zhe replied seriously, "We climbed over the wall to get in." Liu Yun threatened in a cold voice, "Fellow Taoist, hand over that ghost, or don't blame the 2 of us for teaming up against 749. Tangji summoned up his courage and said loudly, "The captain already killed that female ghost. How are we supposed to hand her over to you?" "What? You killed her?" Liu Yun lost his composure on the spot. He was planning to refine this ghost, to help him break through his cultivation bottleneck. He roared and questioned, "Doesn't 749 always prioritize capturing ghosts alive?" I grinned. "I killed her because I felt like it, be it that female ghost or you." But after Lei Zhe heard the news, he didn't get angry. He just let out a soft sigh, put his palms together and said, "Amitabha, may you rest in peace." No one expected this tough, unyielding man would unknowingly shed 2 streams of tears. Why is he crying? Tangji's face was full of confusion, because the dead one is his wife. I picked up a photo in my hand, the exact one I saw in the bedroom just now. The woman is the female ghost, and the man is lazy. Generally speaking, only when a person is killed, filled with hatred and resentment, will they turn into a ghost? There were 3 men and 1 woman on the first exploration trip here. In the end, only the woman escaped alive. The 2 dead public security officers are also male, Plus, the female ghost attacked me first just now, not Xiao Tang. That means the female ghost hates men extremely, so you killed your wife with your own hands. Leizu didn't deny it. After a short silence, he sighed. Ever since I married her, I've had something weighing on my mind, so I never managed to break through my cultivation level again. A lay disciple is, after all, a path of impure thoughts. A cold glint flashed across his pupils immediately. If I want to convert to Buddhism fully again, I have to completely cut off all worldly ties. Not long ago, I heard this ancient town was haunted. It's the place we used to live in. I knew it was probably her restless ghost. That's why I came here, to send her off personally for the last time. Liu Yun couldn't hold back and started swearing loudly. Just to break through your cultivation level, you didn't even hesitate to kill your own wife. You're no better than a beast. I burst out laughing immediately. You're just as much of a beast. You knew there was a ghost here and let her kill people, just to make her stronger. So you can take her for your own use later. How do you know that? Liu Yun couldn't believe it, staring at me. Your Taoist temple is only 10 li away from here. You must have arrived a long time ago. Yet you showed up so late, and even said exactly that the ghost would appear before dawn. You got so agitated when you heard I killed the female ghost. It's obvious you wanted to use her. As I finished speaking, blood slowly flowed out of my hand, forming a blood-colored long knife. So since both of you are beasts, I might as well kill both of you. Suddenly there was a loud rumble. The house behind us collapsed all of a sudden, turning into a pile of ruins. Dense ghost energy filled the rolling smoke and dust. Right at this moment, crawling out of the ruins of the house, was a baby. His little face was deathly pale without a trace of color. His eyes were scarlet red, like deep bottomless abysses, sending chills down one's spine. Captain, the mind-clearing pill. Tangju quickly handed over the pill. The pill dissolved in my stomach. I immediately felt my mind clear up a lot. That female ghost was clearly already slain. Why is there still such heavy ghostly energy? It's a ghost infant! Taoist Liu Yun blurted out in shock. That woman was pregnant before she died. The unborn fetus died in the womb with extreme resentment. Plus it absorbed a large amount of yin energy from its mother. That's how this evil being took form. Ghost infants are the most vicious type of ghosts. It crawled out of the ruins and kept approaching the crowd. The ghost infant wailed loudly. The terrifying sound waves made people's eardrums ache. Amy tested its level. Alien green text appeared. Ghost infant LV26. Misfortune tier, ordinary misfortune tier, disaster tier, dragon tier, ghost tier. These are the 5 official rating tiers for ghost creature aptitudes. Breaking tier is at least 30% stronger than ordinary demons of the same level. Immediate retreat is recommended. Amy gave the suggestion based on big data analysis. Right at this time, Lazy stepped forward and called softly, "Son, I'm your father. Daddy won't hurt you. Come to Daddy." The ghost infant kept crying and slowly crawled towards him. When the distance between the two was less than 1 meter, Lazy suddenly took out a golden talisman paper and pressed it on the ghost infant's head. Golden light burst from his 5 fingers. The ghost infant immediately let out a shrill scream. "Let you have some final value. Use it to sacrifice to Daddy's magical artifact." Leza took out a string of Buddhist beads and quickly twisted them in his hand, trying to subdue and suppress the ghost infant. Unexpectedly, the ghost infant stretched out a chubby big hand and grabbed Lazy's head abruptly. "It hurts, Daddy. It hurts." Then with a squelching sound, Lazy's head was like a juiced watermelon and was crushed on the spot. Insane. This is insane. We can't handle this ghost thing. I'm leaving now. Liu Yun didn't dare to stay for even half a second. He turned and ran away immediately. But Tangju and I didn't leave. If we let this ghost infant get out, the surrounding ancient town will probably be completely destroyed. Even Tangju, who was trembling with fear, still stood her ground here at this moment. Because investigators of Bureau 749 have the obligation to protect the safety of ordinary people. I curled the corners of my mouth into an excited smile. Blood flowed out from my palm and turned into a long blade in midair, which I grabbed in my hand. Sensing my hostility, the ghost infant suddenly moved on all 4 limbs and charged at me like a wild beast. Blade drawing stance. Hidden dragon rising. A blood-red blade light as fast as lightning, with imposing and fierce momentum, slashed out. With a cracking sound, half of the ghost infant's hand was cut off on the spot. Amid the shrill howls, the ghost infant slapped hard with its other hand. I was about to block it with my blade, but Tangju's figure suddenly appeared by the side. She raised her right arm to block the blow for me. Gene liberation can, after activating this ability, greatly improve physical strength and body toughness. The dull impact made the air explode. Tangju was instantly sent flying by the blow and crashed into the rubble of the house ruins. But less than 2 seconds later, she got up. Her gaze was very firm. "Captain, I'll buy you time. You use that move, okay? Be careful yourself." Tangju stuck the ghost exorcism talisman she bought earlier on her body. Her right hand clenched into a fist. Her left hand formed a palm. Her center of gravity sank. She got into a combat stance. "Mom, Dad, I'll kill you." The ghost infant charged over in a rage and started a fierce hand-to-hand fight with Tangji. Taking advantage of the fight between the human and the ghost, I jumped onto the roof on the other side and started casting right there. Killing sequence. 015. Latani's Blood Moon Great Attack. Countless blood droplets gathered into sword arrows. The dark red glow was like the night sky. Blood moon. Xiao Tang, get out of the way. The sword arrows shot out like leaving the bowstring and went straight for the ghost infant. Tangju immediately jumped and dodged away. The smoke and dust dispersed. A big pit was blown out on the ground. The ghost infant lay in the pit roaring. The stunning sword arrow completely pierced through its body. "Good night." I stabbed the ghost infant's head with a backhand slash. Finally, the ghost infant gradually lost its breath and turned into black mist dispersing into the air. After demons and ghosts are killed, they will release a large amount of heaven and earth spiritual energy in a short time. Tangju and I can both absorb it nearby. "Captain, it seems my realm has broken through." Tangju was both surprised and delighted. Her mental state was sublimated just now. Plus, she absorbed a wave of spiritual energy. It just filled her spiritual apertures, so she broke through. "Congratulations. I have already completed the pre-task for realm breakthrough. I just need to fill 100 spiritual apertures in my body to break through. Thank you, Captain." Tangju also knew she gained a lot from this mission and hurriedly thanked me. Deity mission completed. Blood strength increased by 6%. Killed powerful demons and ghosts. Hunting desire effect triggered. Blood strength increased by 3%. Current blood strength boost, 20%. Deity reward available. I moved my thought. 3 cards appeared in front of me in the consciousness space. Effect 1. Blood strength increased by 3%. Effect 2. Strengthen blood sovereign. Effect: when there is your own blood around your body, any attack received will be automatically defended against. Effect 3. Gain ability. Ghost infant wail. Sit on the ground and wail loudly. Release strong sound waves to attack enemies. What the hell? What kind of idiotic ability is the third one? I will obviously choose the second one. Blood can automatically defend. If without my knowledge, someone shoots at me, the blood will form a barrier and block it automatically. No need for me to control it myself. This is not over yet. I called out Amy. Help me check with positioning. The location of Taoist temples within 5 kilometers of here. There is a small Taoist temple on Qingshan Mountain 5 kilometers away from the ancient town. Liu Yu ran back to the temple panting all night. Damn it, I just wanted to catch a female ghost originally. I didn't expect there was a ghost infant hidden there. Good thing I didn't run into it earlier. Otherwise, I would have been dead for sure. Thinking about it now, those 2 people probably didn't survive either. The ghost infant has too much resentment. It will kill people as soon as it is born. There's no way they can be its match. At the thought of this, Liu Wen also breathed a sigh of relief. Right at this moment, a loud bang came from outside. Who's there? Liu Yun turned around hurriedly. He saw the redwood gate fall and collapse to the ground. 2 people stepped on the wooden gate and walked in. Liu Wen was stunned. It's you? You're not dead. I smiled and asked back. Am I supposed to be dead? You ran away. As people from Bureau 749, don't you care about the safety of the residents in the ancient town? Liu Wen subconsciously thought we were deserters. Tangju cut in. The ghost infant has already been eliminated by the captain. We won't be like you, indulging ghosts to harm people for your own benefit. The ghost infant was killed? Impossible. How could you defeat that ghost infant? Does it matter if you believe it or not? What matters is that I'm very annoyed. Blood surrounded my body as I approached step by step. Liu Wen was so scared that his legs went weak. He knelt on the ground immediately. Big brother, I was wrong. I'm willing to be taken back to Bureau 749 for trial. That ghost wasn't caused by me. At most, I just turned a blind eye to it. Do you think I came all the way here? Just to arrest you and take you back to the bureau? You want to kill me. Liu Yun's heart skipped a beat suddenly. He stood up with a grim face. Maybe I'm no match for you out there, but right here, it's not that easy to beat me. Liu Yun's expression suddenly turned ferocious. Open the ghost ceiling furnace. The Taoist temple behind exploded abruptly. 9 evil ghosts tore through the air and charged out. A look of surprise and delight flashed in my eyes. Didn't expect this bonus catch. In the blink of an eye, the 9 evil ghosts pounced straight at me to kill me. They attacked from all directions. But almost all of them were blocked by the blood barrier. The precise defense didn't let them hurt me even a little. I stood in the middle of the Taoist temple, left hand in my pocket. I casually picked my ear with my right hand, completely unafraid. Can you hit harder? I'm about to fall asleep here. You're asking for it. Let's see how long you can hold on. Liu Yun channeled his spiritual power again. He pushed the talismans inside all the evil ghosts to their maximum power. I stretched out my hand. Several streams of blood flowed down my arm, taking the shape of a red, long blade. Second form of the gliding swan, wandering dragon blade. Flood dragon suppressing the sea. Just like a raging flood dragon thrashing in the sea. Crisscrossing blade chi slashes shot out one after another. Soon, all 9 evil ghosts were killed by me. 8 of them are low grade. 1 is high grade. That's just enough to increase my blood strength by 10%. Liu Yun was completely dumbfounded. Wait, Bureau 749 has no right to execute humans. That's against the rules. You can't touch me. Whatever benefits you want. We can talk about it slowly. Not interested. I swung my blade down, beheading the Taoist priest with 1 strike. Too bad he's not a demon or ghost. No reward. Let's wrap up. For Bureau 749, I said with a grin. Hey, Captain. I've always wanted to ask, you bleed so much all the time. Don't your wounds hurt? No, they don't. My wounds heal really fast. Tanger silently put the medicinal pill she was about to take out back into her pocket. I was going to give it to the captain. Right then, I activated a new round of divine gifts. 3 cards appeared out of thin air. Immediately filled 10 spiritual orifices. Enhanced the effect of Blood Monarch. Effective range increased by 4 meters. Body's blood production speed increased by 5%. I chose the second card without hesitation, because its effect is way too powerful. Right now, my blood can only leave my body for 2 meters at most. Adding another 4 meters to the range means my attack and defense range has tripled directly. Now taking me as the center, the area within a 6-meter radius is all my attack range. Meanwhile, in the meeting room of Bureau 749, the deputy director who hosts the morning meeting hasn't arrived yet, so the instructors started chatting among themselves. Chen Nian is back. Have you read his mission report? Zheng Xin said. She has always paid close attention to me. What's good about an intern investigator's mission report? And stop fixating on Chen Nian all the time. Wait until he grows more before you pay that much attention to him. Cheng Xin shook his head. You have no idea. He went on a mission to investigate a haunted house, but ran into a second-tier ghost baby there. What? You're kidding, right? Ghost babies are super hard to deal with. Cheng Xin said. He didn't run away. He killed the ghost baby instead. All the instructors were shocked when they heard that the ghost baby is a whole major realm higher than Chen Nian in terms of power level, and he killed it. He also ran into other rogue cultivators on his mission, and killed all of them too. In short, no one he ran into made it out alive, Lisho said in a deep voice. There's no problem here. When Bureau 749 investigators encounter other psionic users who obstruct their work, they have the right to make flexible decisions based on the on-site situation. If it's an emergency, they can kill them directly. The mission report says that Taoist controlled a large number of ghosts to besiege Chen Nian, almost killing him. He barely escaped with his life, one instructor said with a skeptical look. This kid almost got killed in the siege. That sounds a bit fake to me. On the other side, I returned to Bureau 749 safely. The countdown to the teleportation to the reverse world has 21 hours left. After going through a ton of materials, I learned a lot more about the reverse world. Everyone has a ladder point that represents their skill level. Right now, the reverse world has 7 levels, from shallow to deep. Easy level, ladder point 1000. Normal level, ladder point 1000 to 2000. Hard level, ladder point 2000 to 3000, and so on. Newbies see the concentration world as a nightmare, avoiding it like the plague. Strong people see the reverse world as an opportunity, craving it but rarely getting the chance to go. That's how the gap between the strong and the weak widens. This is my first time entering the reverse world. I'll probably be assigned to the easy level. Since there's still plenty of time, I decided to go to the training ground to practice some more. But not long after I arrived at the training ground, I witnessed a cat fight between a few girls. Right now, Zhao Kan is practicing shot put with her best friend. She's the senior who led me to join Bureau 749 earlier. Do you know there's a monster new recruit lately? Got a full 100 points in the newbie assessment. He's unbelievably strong. Xiao Tian smiled proudly. Is his name Chen Nian? Of course I know him. We went to the same university. I'm technically his senior. Her best friend looked totally shocked. Are you serious? You know what? Yaya, the deputy director's daughter, who's always running wild, was put in her place by him completely. Since you know him, doesn't that mean you can ride on his coattails later? We only met once. He's a real genius. He probably doesn't even remember my name. Just then, 3 girls walked in suddenly. Hey Zhao, you're back. Why didn't you say hi to me? That's so cold.
Seeing who it was,
The smile on Zhao Tian's face immediately faded. The blonde girl leading them is her former roommate Song Jingshu. What are you doing here? Nothing much. It's just that us girls want to train here. Why don't we train together? We're all friends, right? You wouldn't say no, would you? She's here to take the training spot. Xiao Qian figured it out and frowned immediately. Don't go too far. Oh, don't be like that, sister. That's so cold. I'm not taking it from you. I just want to train with you. As she said that, she bent down and picked up the shot put on the ground with one hand and threw it violently. Her power type is strength enhancement. Pushed by her immense strength, the shot put flew through the air like a bullet, aiming straight for Zhao Qian's chest. She caught the shot put and stumbled back 2 steps. Her chest was tight with churning blood. Song Jingshu snickered. Don't go asking Amy to mediate, okay? This is just a normal spar. You're just too weak. That's why you couldn't catch it properly. Don't blame me for being blunt. With your mediocre talent, don't you think you're wasting the training facilities by being here? Saltpine had nothing to say. She could only grit her teeth and swallow the insult. Forget it. Let's go train somewhere else. Just then, they saw me walk slowly into this training area. I walked straight towards Song Jingshu. Song Jingshu had a contemptuous smile on her face. Oh, are you that woman's boy toy? Here to stand up for her. I didn't waste any time talking. A stream of blood suddenly shot out from my index finger, forming a blood hand. It slapped her hard from a few meters away. On Song Jingshu's fair face, a bright red handprint immediately appeared. She covered her face in disbelief. She screamed, "My dad never even hit me! How dare you hit me? No big deal! I don't mind being your dad for once today. Don't play the tough guy here." Song Jingshu waved her hand. The heavy shot put on the ground immediately flew into her hand. Full power unleashed. The shot put hurtled over like a cannonball. Automatic blood defense activated. It instantly transformed into a barrier, perfectly blocking the shot put midair. What? Song Jingshu froze on the spot for a second. The force I just used could have smashed through a wall at least, and he blocked it that easily. Just then, the girl beside her trembled and called, "Sister Feng, I think that's Chen Nian." Hearing my name, Song Jingshu's pupils suddenly constricted. Her expression changed in an instant. "Oh, so it's Brother Chen. You should have said so earlier. I didn't recognize you just now. Silly me. Sorry about that." "No problem. I just wanted to spar with you a little." I gave a faint smile. The fake smile on Song Jingshu's face instantly stiffened a little. She forced down her anger and said softly, "Brother Chen, that little trivial issue between us girls. It's such a tiny thing, it shouldn't have anything to do with a tough, upright man like you, right?" Nice line. As expected of a scheming bitch. No wonder she's so well connected around here. I nodded. You've got a point. It really doesn't have much to do with me. With that, I raised my hand and slapped her hard across the left cheek. Does it have something to do with me now? Chen, you fucking ungrateful bastard. You think I'm easy to push around? I laughed casually. By the way, you're just trash in my eyes too. Don't you think you're wasting resources? Standing around in the training ground, all the harsh words she spat out earlier came right back at her like a boomerang. Song Jingshu didn't just have a stinging cheek. She'd also lost all her face completely. Fine, you wait for me. A new recruit acting this arrogant. You'll regret this later. Song Jingshu stormed off furiously. Just then, Zhao Tian walked over. Thank you, Chen Nian. I've hated her guts for ages. Thanks to you today, I finally got that weight off my chest. I smiled. No need to be so polite, senior. She brought this on herself. But Song Jingshu knows a lot of people. She might get others to come after you later. I laughed casually. No big deal. It'll be a good way to kill some time. That night, Song Jingshu went straight to find Ren Xiaoji after getting back. Brother Ren Chen Nian bullied me. If you don't stand up for me, I won't be able to show my face at 7:49 ever again. Ren Xiaoji's gaze hardened. Chen Nian, huh? He really is way too arrogant. I've been wanting to find a chance to spar with him anyway. Song Jingshu was overjoyed. Brother Ren, you're gonna fight him for real. Great. I'll send him the challenge for you tomorrow. Early the next morning, Ye Yaya burst into my room in a panic. Check the forum right now. That bitch Song Jingshu sent you a challenge. She sent me a challenge. Is she out of her mind? Well, technically, she sent the challenge on behalf of Ren Xiaoji. Those two are always messing around behind the scenes, Ye Yaya explained. Looks like Ren Xiaoji is still salty about losing to you in the last test. He wants to prove himself in a real fight and wash away the humiliation. I glanced at the hottest post on the forum. The title was Who is the Strongest Trainee Investigator? Ren Xiaoji officially challenges Chen Nian to a duel. I could tell right away. A lot of the comments were just deliberately stirring up trouble. Don't pay attention to people trying to egg you on. You're heading to the reverse world soon, right? You can't waste time on him. I glanced at the time. It's just past 8 a.m. We've got less than 2 hours before the countdown ends. Yaya patted her chest and said,
If you're worried about losing face,
I can turn it down for you. Just say they have to beat me first to challenge you. No need, that's fine. There's enough time. I used my own account and left a comment under the post. Sure, we can fight at 10 a.m. I've got something to do, so wrap it up 2 minutes early. Also, I don't fight meaningless duels. Let's bet 100 contribution points on it. When Yaya saw my reply, she said in shock, You actually want to fight him before going to the reverse world, and you're betting 100 contribution points. Where do you even get that many contribution points? You have them, right? If I lose, you pay for me. If I win, I'll split them with you 50-50. After Yaya heard that, she looked even more excited than I was. Deal! In the office! Li Xiao also opened the live stream of the arena. His expression was a little stern. Another instructor came over. Director Li, I heard one of your trainees has a big duel coming up soon. Chen Nian versus Ren Xiaoji, that should be interesting. But Li Xiao kept a straight face and said he's about to be teleported to the reverse world soon. This kid never knows how to prioritize things. Then why the hell is he fighting this duel? Doesn't he know he needs to stay in peak condition for the reverse world? Come on, everyone, let's watch the live stream together. Several instructors pulled their chairs over and sat down next to Li Xiao, joining as the audience. There were already over 100 spectators at the arena early in the morning. Ren Xiaoji had already arrived. It was 10 minutes before the duel started. 5 minutes later, Yaya and I showed up together. Song Jingshu crossed her arms over her chest and sneered, putting on airs. Ren Xiaoji was already standing in the middle of the arena. When he saw me walk onto the stage, he asked, What's this something you have to do you mentioned? Nothing much, just heading to the reverse world later. After a brief silence, Ren Xiaoji couldn't help bursting into laughter. Oh, so if you win, you're a total badass. If you lose, you were just saving strength for the reverse world. Looks like you can't lose either way. How come I never thought of such a perfect excuse? Song Jingshu sneered disdainfully. What a grown man. Planning his escape route even before the duel starts. Sure is scheming, huh? I rotated my palm. Blood dripped straight down from my palm, forming a blood-red longsword. Cut the crap. I'm in a hurry. Flames ignited on Ren Xiaoji's palms. Mystic Fire God Sequence 010 Burst Mantra. It can detonate the flame in his hands, releasing a powerful flame shockwave in an instant. Don't worry, this will be over real quick. Ren Xiaoji lowered his center of gravity and blasted his palms backward. A flame storm rushed straight at me in an instant. It's over, kid. Ren Xiaoji threw a punch straight at my face. A winner's smirk was already playing on his lips. But when the flame storm dispersed, everyone was stunned by what they saw on the stage. I was still standing where I was, completely unharmed, and Ren Xiaoji's fist had slammed into a blood-red wall. It was blocked perfectly. Even he himself couldn't believe what had just happened. I thought for a moment. The blood barrier immediately transformed into chains. hanging Ren Xiaoji's right hand in midair. Then I raised the sword. The draw was like a dragon surging out of the deep, like a blood-red giant dragon, breaking through layers of mountains, soaring straight into the sky. Crack! Ren Xiaoji's right hand was severed and flew off, landing on the ground. A wave of shocked screams erupted from the audience stands below. They obviously hadn't expected that the outcome of this duel would be decided so quickly. Amy appears right on time as the referee. The outcome of the match is already clear. No excessive force. That's the end of the match. Chen Nian is the winner. Ren Xiaoji endures the searing pain from his broken hand. He still can't believe the fact that he lost right now. A broken hand can be reattached quickly at the infirmary. But his pride and self-esteem have been completely crushed. Tangzhu is also clapping hard from the stands below. Her little face is brimming with joy. Zhao Qian also heaves a relieved sigh. The weight on her mind has finally been lifted. Looks like they underestimated me way too much before. As for Song Jingxiu, she's almost grinding her white teeth to dust. She put so much effort into posting the challenge on the forum, just so Ren Xiaoji could help her get her lost reputation back. But now she didn't get her reputation back at all. Instead, she built a whole stage for Chen Nian to steal the show. She is just about to leave when Yaya stops her unexpectedly. In such a hurry. Wait, I remember we had a bet, right? 100 contribution points. Are you paying or is he paying? Fine, I'll pay the 100 contribution points. How many missions do I have to take to earn that back? Giving it away just like that? It hurts way worse than losing a layer of skin. After Song Jingxiu transfers the contribution points, Yaya waves her off with a cheerful grin. Chen Nian, you have to treat us to a meal when you come back, okay? No problem, right at this moment. The countdown comes to an end. A string of text immediately pops up in the air. Do you accept the survival mission? And get teleported immediately after I click confirm. I disappear in the blink of an eye. The mentors in the office also witnessed this whole wonderful show. Even though I won, Li Xiao still wears a stern look on his face. Rest easy, Director Li. There's nothing to worry about. For the first time entering the virtual world, everyone is assigned to the easiest shallow layer, with Chen Nian's current combat strength. Passing the mission is a piece of cake for him. Li Xiao nods slightly. Lying low to get through the mission is certainly easy. But if he doesn't want to just get through the mission, killing demons and monsters can also speed up his cultivation progress. With this kid's personality, he might even take the initiative to provoke the demons in the reverse world. Current Heavenly Ladder score 1000. You have entered the easy layer of the reverse world. Current mission, survive for 8 hours. I immediately look around my surroundings. This is a closed small room. The only furniture in the room are a few round tables, and I am sitting right next to a round table. People keep teleporting in one after another around me. They all take seats by the round tables. There are not only psionic users from the building, but also Caucasian foreigners. Soon everyone in this batch has been teleported in. I immediately put on my simultaneous translation earpiece. Safe house deactivation countdown, 30 minutes. Current number of survivors, 10. After the safe house is deactivated, it means anyone staying here will be attacked by monsters. So everyone starts actively discussing countermeasures. Right at this moment, I speak up out of the blue. Haven't all of you noticed a problem? I'm sure. All of you have received the notification that the current number of survivors is 10. Then why are there 11 people here?